is hoping this will attract even more people into town.
Welcome back. Gibraltar will hold its first Small Business Saturday next month. The initiative stemmed from the Gibraltar Federation of Small Business and individual trader Raju Paswani. The idea being that the event will boost commercial activity on the Rock, particularly in the lead up to Christmas.
The event will be held on Saturday the 7th of December and has been given the seal of approval from Minister for Tourism and Commercial Affairs Neil Costa and has also seen support from the Chamber of Commerce. Organisers are hoping Main Street will be a hive of activity with shoppers buying locally. The plan is to have the event stretch along Main Street and its adjacent streets and alleys. Recent years have seen more and more people and the convent. Online shopping. The idea is to encourage traders to participate and offer an array of vouchers, hoping the public will support local shops and special discounts to shoppers and make a day of it offering discounts will get posters and stickers to place on their premises.
There have been no well-founded complaints to the European Commission in respect of Gibraltar failing to cooperate on tax, financial and money laundering matters. Commissioner for Internal Market and Services Michel Barnier clarified Brussels' position in answer to written questions in the European Parliament.
In his submission, Sir Graham Watson describes the Rock as a well-regulated finance centre. The response from the European Commission supports that view. The Gibraltar MEP asked, can the Commission state whether it has ever received a well-founded complaint regarding an alleged failure by the government of Gibraltar to provide or exchange information or failure to collaborate generally on tax, financial services or money laundering matters. Mr Barnier responded, to date the Commission has not received complaints meeting the description given by the Honourable Member. The European Commissioner's clear position throws cold water on the politically motivated assertions made repeatedly by Spanish politicians in the media in recent months that Gibraltar is a tax haven as well as a centre for money laundering. Currently, there are no infringement proceedings pending against the UK concerning the non-transposition of directives on financial services in Gibraltar, said Mr Barnier.
The reason why cruise line calls in Gibraltar very welcome is precisely because they do just that. But we always need to review how we stimulate retail activity in Main Street, and we thought that this was, in fact, a very good idea to do that. On this occasion, because it is the first edition, we have spent a lot of time planning the sort of entertainment that will be placed in casemates, in the piazza, and also at the end
in late
of Main
March,
Street,
the Chief Minister visited Brussels and met with the French politician, whose responsibilities include gambling as well as financial services. During that visit, Fabian Picardo made it clear that Gibraltar had transposed all relevant EU directives, a position his government has maintained since, a position supported by the European Commission's latest statement.
There have been no well-founded complaints to the European Commission. Regulation for health professionals has been broadened to include allied practitioners such as physiotherapists, Commissioner for Internal Market and Services Michel Barnier clarified Brussels' position in amendments to the Medical and European Parliament.
In his submission, Sir Graham Watson describes the Rock as a well-regulated finance centre. The response from the European Commission supports that view. The Gibraltar MEP asked, can the Commission state whether it has ever received a well-founded complaint regarding an alleged failure by the government of Gibraltar to provide or exchange information or failure to collaborate generally on tax, financial services or money laundering matters. Mr Barnier responded, to date the Commission has not received complaints meeting the description given by the Honourable Member. The European Commissioner's clear position throws cold water on the politically motivated assertions made repeatedly by Spanish politicians in the media in recent months that Gibraltar is a tax haven as well as a centre for money laundering. Currently, there are no infringement proceedings pending against the UK concerning the non-transposition of directives on financial services in Gibraltar, said Mr Barnier.
Change since the late 1990s. It claims that in 2005 it issued a consultation paper on the matter, but regrettably nothing was done after the exercise was completed.
17 students of the GHA School of Health Studies graduated this week from Kingston and St George's Universities. At the graduation ceremony at the John McIntosh Hall, the Minister for Health said the ability to obtain a degree whilst studying on the rock was a tremendous achievement and a stepping stone to a Gibraltar university.
This ceremony is the culmination of years of hard work for a group of mature students who are juggling their studies with their daily working lives, family and home. 12 of them obtained diplomas in adult nursing, whilst another 2 graduate in mental health studies, and 4 members
Regulation
of the
for health professionals has been broadened to include allied practitioners such as physiotherapists, occupational therapists, chiropodists, dietitians and osteopaths. This has been done with an amendment to the Medical and Health Act.
The Minister for Health, Dr. John Cortes, has described the amendment as a very welcome step in the development of healthcare in Gibraltar, saying it was long overdue. Previously, the law only provided mechanisms for registration and control of key players in the health sector, such as doctors, nurses, dentists and pharmacists. Others were outside the regulatory framework, which meant they could sell themselves as having more expertise than they in fact had. The Health Ministry believes this carries inevitable risks to people seeking treatment from these so-called professionals. Now, patients will have the comfort of knowing that all health professionals are registered with the relevant UK governing body. And the professionals will also benefit, as they will no longer be exposed to potential competition from persons not entitled to practice. All regulated professionals will also be required to uphold high standards in order to be able to practice. The government says healthcare professionals have been calling for this change since the late 1990s. It claims that in 2005 it issued a consultation paper on the matter, but regrettably nothing was done after the exercise was completed.
For Gibraltar, this
17 students of the GHA School of Health Studies graduated this week from Kingston and St George's Universities. At the graduation ceremony at the John McIntosh Hall, the Minister for Health said the ability to obtain a degree whilst studying on the rock was a tremendous achievement and a stepping stone to a Gibraltar university.
This ceremony is the culmination of years of hard work for a group of mature students who are juggling their studies with their daily working lives, family and home. 12 of them obtained diplomas in adult nursing, whilst another 2 graduate in mental health studies, and 4 members of the ambulance team graduate as paramedics. And the relationship between Gibraltar and the 2 universities on today's stage, Kingston and St George's, grows with every intake.
From the university and from the GHA and the school and from the people of Gibraltar, I think, for all the hard work. It's important for them because it marks the end of one stage of the career and the beginning of another stage of the career as they undertake nursing and paramedic as a profession. So I think it means a lot to them and to us as an organisation. We are completely committed to professional development. Having degrees here in Gibraltar, I think, is a wonderful achievement, degrees and diplomas, and we want to expand all this, and it also shows our commitment to improving standards of healthcare in Gibraltar.
Many of today's diplomats and graduands will now be working as registered nurses and paramedics in Gibraltar. Congratulations at today's ceremony came from the GHA's CEO, Freddie Pito, who encouraged them to aim high and be proud of their achievements.
Also this week, arrangements were revealed for the Governor's departure next Wednesday. New personalised vehicle registration numbers went on sale, and a plaque commemorating the service the Royal Naval Reserve Unit, HMS Scalper, gave the community was unveiled by the Governor. For the rest of this week's news, you can head over to our website, gbc.gi/news. Don't forget to tune into Radio Gibraltar and GBC Television, of course, throughout the week for the very latest local news. And you can also follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Thank you very much for watching. From the news team, good night.
The plans for a Gibraltar University.
Well, I think absolutely. This is a way of building up towards a University of Gibraltar. We are very happy to have very close links with Kingston and St George's University. And these are developing, and we will be introducing more courses, particularly in healthcare, but we're also studying other ways of developing. We want to develop Gibraltar in every kind of way, and bringing higher and further education to Gibraltar is one excellent way of achieving this and improving our standards as well.
And the relationship between Gibraltar and the 2 universities on today's stage, Kingston and St George's, grows with every intake.
we've had this contract for about the last 5 years, and it means that the students do their learning, their training here in Gibraltar, working in Gibraltar Health Authority in St Bernard's, but at the end of the day they get a degree that's awarded from Kingston University for the nursing students, and St George's awards the paramedic science degree. So it's best of both worlds really, because they're learning here, but the awarding university is ourselves.
Many of today's diplomats and graduands will now be working as registered nurses and paramedics in Gibraltar. Congratulations at today's ceremony came from the GHA's CEO, Freddie Pito, who encouraged them to aim high and be proud of their achievements.
Also this week, arrangements were revealed for the Governor's departure next Wednesday. New personalised vehicle registration numbers went on sale, and a plaque commemorating the service the Royal Naval Reserve Unit, HMS Scalper, gave the community was unveiled by the Governor. For the rest of this week's news, you can head over to our website, gbc.gi/news. Don't forget to tune into Radio Gibraltar and GBC Television, of course, throughout the week for the very latest local news. And you can also follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Thank you very much for watching. From the news team, good night.